Critters. Released 1986, directed by Stephen More Critters 19 of 31, the funniest movies about aliens 62 of 181, the best horror movies of the 1980s 179 of 202, the best space movies. Leprechaun. Released 1993, directed by Mark Jones. More Leprechaun, the making of the Leprechaun series, 10 of 2020 bad horror movies that are actually good, 5 of 12 scary movies you saw as a kid that still terrify you as an adult. Planet Terror. Released 2007, directed by Robert Rodriguez. More Planet Terror, 16 of 47, the best horror movies about virus outbreaks, 20 of 204, the best zombie horror films, 14 of 17, the funniest movies about the end of the world. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Released 1978. Directed by John DeBello. Bubba Ho-Tep. Released 2002, directed by Don Coscarelli. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Released 1959, directed by Edward Moore. Plan 9 from Outer Space, 10 of 2020 bad movies that are actually really good, 40 of 51, the greatest classic sci-fi movies, 15 of 15 movies where humans are the real monsters. The Blob. Released 1958, directed by Irvin Uworth. More The Blob, 67 of 105, the best Halloween movies for kids, 20 of 2020 horrifying crime movies whose true stories are way more terrifying, 70 of 102, the 100 plus best movies streaming on the Criterion Channel. Slither. Released 2006, directed by James Gunn. More Slither, 41 of 136, the scariest animal horror movies ever made, 6 of 57, the best alien horror movies ever made, 8 of 15 underrated sci-fi movies where Earth fends off an alien invasion. From Dusk Till Dawn. Released 1996, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Sarah Kelly Moore. From Dusk Till Dawn, 77 of 134, the best movies you never want to watch again, 66 of 291, the greatest soundtracks of all time, 13 of 16 movies that took a hard turn and left audiences completely baffled. Creepshow. Released 1982, directed by George Romero. More Creepshow, 47 of 88, the goriest movies ever made, 10 of 20, the scariest kids in the Stephen King cinematic universe. Ranked 26 of 114, the best horror movie franchises. Sleepaway Camp. Released 1983, directed by Robert Hiltzik. More Sleepaway Camp, 290 of 722, the best horror movies of all time, 524 of 541, the greatest guilty pleasure movies, 26 of 70, the best teen slasher movies. The Return of the Living Dead. Released 1985, directed by Dan O'Bannon. More The Return of the Living Dead, 146 of 314, the funniest 80s movies, 4 of 117, the best zombie comedies, 11 of 13, which zombie apocalypse do you think you could survive? An American Werewolf in London. Released 1981, directed by John Landis Moore, an American Werewolf in London, 591 of 1189, every Oscar-winning film ever, 45 of 114, the best intelligent horror movies, 17 of 35 rainy day horror movies you can watch again and again. Dead Alive. Released 1992, directed by Peter Jackson Moore, Dead Alive. 20 of 21 people are sharing the horror movie quotes they use every day, and it is pretty funny. 20 of 30, the 22 plus best fast-moving zombie movies. 11 of 15 feel-good horror movies to watch during difficult times. They Live. Released 1988, directed by John Carpenter Moore, They Live. 20 of 26, the best F-bombs movie history. 528 of 557, the greatest film scores of all time. 92 of 112 movies that need sequels. Zombieland. Released 2009, directed by Ruben Fleischer Moore, Zombieland. 74 of 355, the best rainy day movies. 17 of 178, the best dystopian and near future movies. 212 of 480, the greatest movies for guys. The Cabin in the Woods. Released 2012, directed by Drew Goddard Moore, The Cabin in the Woods. 12 fan theories about the cabin in the woods that could anger the ancient ones. 41 of 126, the greatest directorial debuts of all time. 10 of 14 movies where a solution becomes an even bigger problem. Fright Night. Released 1985, directed by Tom Holland Moore, Fright Night. 6 of 28, the best comedies with zombies and vampires. 8 of 14 horror movies that scarred you as a kid but are in no way scary to watch as an adult. 34 of 259, the greatest teen movies of the 1980s. Young Frankenstein. Released 1974, directed by Mel Brooks Moore, Young Frankenstein. 71 of 125, the greatest date movies of all time. 7 of 675, the best movies Roger Ebert gave 4 stars. 312 of 356, the best musical movies of all time. Killer Clones from Outer Space. Killer Clones from Outer Space. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead. The Evil Dead. The Evil Dead. Evil Dead Roman 2. Evil Dead Roman 2.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.